somewhere in the cosmos, there's a button that controls my mouth. We've not found it. It's 8. The number 8. For Neil deGrasse to Badass Tyson. Welcome to the Aristotle Full Throttle Show. In the cosmos, there are many things. In fact, there are everythings. All of the things exist inside and outside the cosmos. Actually, just we don't know what's outside the cosmos. We should just listen. It's noon somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's in the deep in the realm of the stars, and that which we gaze upon at night into the depths of space. We can see Uranus. We can see other things like Pluto. Pluto being, of course, a dog in the world of Disney, and also not a planet, but a planetoid object. Pluto being of the same species as Goofy, yet Pluto is made to serve a subservient role. Pluto being Mickey Mouse's dog, but Goofy being Mickey Mouse's friend. Of course, there is some kind of subservient socioeconomic background of dogs in the Disney universe that for some reason serve. Maybe Mickey is just trying to do a power play on Goofy. Maybe Mickey's like, yo, Goofy, what's up? Look at the hierarchy in our society in which I can enslave you, Goofy, as my dog, Pluto. Also, you could see Uranus. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Aristotle. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle. This is the Aristotle Full Throttle Show. Hello, welcome back. How's it going? How are you? We're just hanging out here, having a good time. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday Can't Lose Day. Let's have some coffee. Let's have some fun. It's noontime somewhere, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Somewhere in the universe, it is noon. What is up, Cosmo? It is so nice to see you.
What do you say, Cosmo?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Cosmo!
Hello.
Cosmo! 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 I'm Cosmo! What do you say, Cosmo?
Hello.
I'm Cosmo!
Cosmo McBuds out there in the audience, of course, the Game Master, the Dungeon Master Extraordinaire, who will be the Master of Ceremonies tonight for the finale of our campaign of Dungeons and Dragons. Hopefully, my character will survive. Perhaps the Battle of the Bards will happen, and my character has been practicing. He's got a lot of charisma and he's got a lot of performance points. So I'll tell you, I'm all right. Cosmo, how are you? I feel like I shouldn't touch any buttons on my computer, because I think when I don't touch anything on my computer and I allow it to just work on its own, it doesn't have to think, and therefore the stream will be more clear. This is my theory and I'm sticking to it. I'm like, do I buy this TV or do I buy a new computer? I wonder. Maybe a dedicated streaming platform. Or I don't do anything. Paralysis by analysis. You ever experience that? Where you say, I could do all of these things, or none of them. How about I do none of the things? Because that is easier. Some of us feel that. Maybe both. Maybe both. I didn't think of that. You know, Cosmo, I was watching something recently, and it was really interesting. Just checking my levels. Hold on a second. Because, check this out. Humans are hardwired. This is the Aristotle Full Throttle Show where you learn something by accident. Humans are hardwired to think that we can improve things additively. That means we think that if we add something to our lives, that will improve it. Instead of instinctively deciding to take something away, maybe remove something from something to improve it. For instance, they did this experiment, and they were like, "How do you make this structure more stable?" You know, and there's like the roof was held up by like a stick, and then there was like another platform, and they're like, "How do you make this structure more stable?" And people kept adding more sticks to hold the roof up. You see, instead of taking that away and just put in. So what I'm saying is, humans, generally speaking, 56% of the time, will try to add things, or something more than chance. We'll try to add things to improve our lives instead of taking them away. Hey, Jelly Bean! Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by. That's, I feel...
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you so much, Jelly Bean. Please consider following or subscribing here, because I'm having a giveaway. I will give away a PS5. Once we get to 10,000 subscribers here, or followers on Twitch, I will give away a PS5. But currently, once I get to 200 subscribers, I'm going to give something away. What's up? I'm Steel Condor. I'm Steel Condor.
Ricky, you're so fine, you blow my
AKA Ricky.
Hey, Ricky.
I hope you're having a great day too, Jellybean. But first of all, let's introduce none other than I am Steel Condor, Ricky.
Ricky.
He got theories. He got theories. He got theories. Ricky, the Ricky Elliott is out there. Just wanted to say hi. Everybody gets an intro here. Jellybean, if this is your first time here, you might even get an intro of your own. You hang out long enough here, I see you in the comments, I see you in the chat. You might get an intro just like the one you just saw, because that is I Am Steel Condor. That is the Ricky Elliott, and also Cosmo McBuds is here. We were just talking about Dungeons and Dragons. We're playing it tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're gonna play the final round. Final round. Will it be a
Flawless victory.
maybe?
It's a riddle.
We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons at 5. We play some video games. I will be there tomorrow night for Fork Knife. We are going to play Fork Knife tomorrow night. Some of you might call it by a different name, but any other Fork Knife by any other name is a fork and a knife. Fork Knife. I call it Fork Knife. Steel Condor, you were up late last night again. So right as I go to bed, your notification pops up. And then I go, my eyes is falling asleep. But otherwise, I feel like if I watch listen, I've stopped by the chat. I will stop by the chat again. It's just sometimes I'm like, I'm going to be shot out of a cannon. It's an exciting watch, your channel. I Am Steel Condor. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's building, there's shooting. I've never seen a better use of building in Fork Knife than with I Am Steel Condor. You've decided to stream Miles Morales. Ooh. Is that a new Spider-Man game? Can I get that game? Where can I find that game? I want to play Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. I think Spider-Man's my favorite. I want to show everybody something. Maybe I'll show everybody this now. This is my nerd cred. I will show everybody my genuine nerd cred. Maybe I don't. Maybe this is like a jaunt. Maybe this will take too long. But who knows? We're also going to watch the trailer for... What's the name of it? The Many Saints of Newark. We're going to watch the trailer for The Many Saints of Newark, which is a prequel to The Sopranos. What? Tony Soprano? Tony Baloney, Phony Baloney, Gabargool Soprano? I can't wait. People seem to enjoy watching you play. That's true. The trailer is so good. Well, let's take a look at that. We'll take a look at that in about 5-10 minutes. But first of all, Did you guys ever watch The Sopranos? I watched all of The Sopranos, every episode of The Sopranos. I loved The Sopranos. I'm from New York. We also have a grudge against New Jersey over in New York. We're like, go back to Jersey, you bum. That's like kind of what we say, you know? That's, you're born, that's the first words out of your mouth when you're from Long Island or New York. You say, go back to, you see like little kids pull the little pacifiers. Say, go back to Jersey, you bum. That's how we talk. So, I had a love-hate relationship with Sopranos because I was like, yeah, these are Jersey bums, but I like it. It's fun. You've seen from the episodes that you've never really got into it. Well, I tell you, it just reminds me of when I was growing up and where I was growing up and the people I grew up with. I actually knew people. I was working in a movie in Brooklyn once, years ago. This is years ago. I'm 5. I'm hanging out with this guy who was in a couple of episodes of The Sopranos as one of Tony's henchmen. And he's like, did you see that episode that I'm in? I'm sitting there next to Tony like this. This is true. This is all true stories. True stories. I will write a book one day. And, you know, I always wanted to be an author. It turns out all you need to do is write a book. Oh, you're from New York, Jellybean. Where part of New York? New York is a deceptively large state. People don't realize how big it is. There's Plattsburgh, there's Buffalo, there's Dorchester. There's no Dorchester, but there is a TV show called The Sinner. The Saint is something else. And in The Sinner, oh, nothing's loading. Nothing's loading. Weird. I wanted to show you my nerd cred, but maybe some other day. But actually, when I was wearing a Spider-Man shirt in this concert. That was the point of what I was going to show you. I played many concerts wearing Spider-Man shirts back in the day because, you know, love Spider-Man. Bronx all day. Now I got a question for you, Jellybean. Did you see In the Heights? Did you watch In the Heights? Because I got a question for you. This is a thing that I've been talking about with a lot of people the last couple weeks because I saw the In the Heights a couple weeks ago and I was like, you know, I noticed something about In the Heights. Did you see In the Heights, Jellybean? Because I have a question for you if you did or you did not. Because if you're from the Bronx, if you are from that area of the world, you would know what I'm about to talk about. Jeez, everything on my computer is working very slowly. Question. Huh. All right. Oh, sorry. I can't reply to emails. Yes, you have not watched it. Boogie Down Bronx. Let me just say something to you, Jellybean. Now, when you were in the Bronx, and when you were maybe in Washington Heights, you see people on the street, right? It's a shadow. That's a shadow. It looks like there's a mark on my face, but it's just a shadow. Not that I care too much. But let me ask you a question. When you're in the Bronx, and you see people who look like me, you say, oh, this guy might be Dominican. This guy might be Hispanic. Which is funny, because when I was watching In the Heights, there weren't a lot of Afro-Dominican faces, Afro-Caribbean faces, Afro-Latinx faces. There weren't many, actually. There were disproportionately fewer than you would see in those parts of town, which I thought just struck me as odd. There's a lot of times, I brought this up many times, and there has been actual criticism toward the filmmakers of In the Heights. Well, there you go, Jellybean, Afro-Latina. You see what I'm saying? Dominicana. Hey, that's my Dominican people. Listen, I'm Dominican. I got Dominican, my father was from Dominican Republic. I don't know how much more Dominican that makes me. I could apply for dual citizenship if I wanted to, which I might. Here's the thing. There you go, Jellybean. That may be part of the why you haven't seen it yet. Yes. So, thank you for the validation, first of all, Jellybean. Second of all, I would like to say that to all of my friends who are non-Afro-Latinx that I've brought this up to, they're just like, what's the big problem? Why don't you just like the movie? And I'm like, I like the movie. The music is great. The acting is great. However, They're singing about being Dominican. They're singing about the Dominican Republic. They're singing about Santo Domingo. They're singing about Dominican bodegas in the Heights. However, when you are, listen, Jelly Bean, this is a perfect example. I was just sitting here saying, if you go to the Bronx, you got Dominican people. That's what you got, the plantain, the plantanos, you got the Dominican, you got the music. That's what I remember. I remember growing up. I happen to remember growing up and being in these parts of town and watching In the Heights. I was like, there's something different. I have to crane my neck to try to find a Dominican in the crowd, a Dominican that I would know, that I would feel is who I would see in that part of town. I'm looking around, I'm going, all right, you got some people who are definitely Latinx or Latina. However, people want to fight over being whatever they want to be called by other people. And I'm watching this movie going, all right, cool. Where are the Dominicans? We're singing about Dominican Republic. We're dancing about Dominican Republic. Where are the Dominicans at? See, that's what I'm saying. Plantano power. I love it. It's my first memory, the smells of cooking, frying up some plantains, man. It's good stuff. Am I right? I gotta get the recipe. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure out how to do it because that's the first smells in my house, in my nose is the plantano. It's like the salty, the oil. I would stand next to the pan, right? I was like this tall. I could only just see up on, and then I would get splattered with hot oil. It was beautiful. Ange, what's up, Ange? Hey, Jelly Bean, you could be just like Ange and have your own intro too.
Say, baby, I can destroy everything, but I'm not. What? But I can, baby. Shut up and give us your money.
Hey, that's Ange. Ange is a long-time Aristotle Full Throttle watcher. She's been around for years now. I remember Ange commenting on my videos that I make on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, please go ahead and like. Ange always get the face palm for her intro, which your intro is very catchy. It's very catchy. She's like this.
I can destroy everything, but I'm not. But I can.
She like this. Let me turn up these sound effects. I want some more sound effects. Here we go. Let's see. Let's hear that clearer.
I can destroy everything, but I'm not. But I can.
What?
Perfect. Yeah, that's a good volume for the sound effects. I think if you could hear Ange go,
what?
It sounds good.
All I do is win, no matter what.
It's true. Yes, everybody gets an intro here on Aristotle Full Throttle. New intros debut Monday. Yesterday we debuted 420 Artist's intro. So 420 Artist shows up today and says, "Hi, we'll play his intro." You really want that PS5? Well, stay tuned for more years and years to come until we get to 10,000. We're gonna get to 10,000. I promise you that. Once we get to 10,000, I ain't gonna give up. I ain't dead yet. We're gonna get there. That's not the one I want. I want this. We're gonna get there. And we were just talking about the lack of Dominican faces in the Heights. But the problem that I feel is that I did not feel seen watching that movie. I didn't feel seen. And everybody needs to feel seen these days. I didn't feel seen watching In the Heights. Not because I watched the movie and didn't feel seen, but because I said, hey, did you not notice that there weren't Afro, like Caribbean people? There weren't like black Dominicans, like darker skinned Dominicans. Dominican people, we just say we're Dominican. We don't go black Dominican. It's just Dominican, right? So like when you say Dominican, there's definitely like this skin color in my head, this color of people. And or darker, And watching it, I didn't feel seen just by talking to people about it. Usually people who are not people of color. People were just like, I liked it so much. It was great. Can't you just be happy that Latinx people were represented? It's like, well, no, because it's not an accurate portrayal. And people are like, well, it's not a documentary. It's not a documentary of Washington Heights. And I'm like, if you're gonna get everything down to the detail of the Utz potato chips on the shelf and the Entenmann's cookies and the blue liquid that they sell in barrels for 25 cents, if you're gonna get the bodega thing, you're gonna get the meat patties and everything, if you're gonna get the bodega down right, why aren't you gonna get any of the other details? Specifically, the people in the area. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is if you're going to pay that much attention to detail as a filmmaker, why wouldn't you have the Dominican people there? Just saying. Just saying. Look, fancies himself a gatekeeper. He might be a gatekeeper. I think he feels like that. Chile, Dominica, Rican. Yes, see, that's what I'm saying, Jelly Bean. You and me, you try to see us on that screen, we're like, where we at? Where are my Dominican people? That's all I'm saying. Most of the cast is Puerto Rican or of mixed Latin European descent. That is exactly what is in the movie. I call it this. I call it white friendly faces. They got white friendly faces. They don't have the faces you would see if you maybe, like, I don't know, took a walk in the Washington Heights. Maybe if you visited the Bronx. Maybe if you went way uptown. They don't have the faces you would see. That's all I'm saying. They do have the faces you would see, but they don't have enough in the right proportion. It's weird. It feels weird. Jelly Bean can vouch. Jelly Bean, she lived there. She's from there. You watch that movie and you go, something's off. It's enough to jump out at you. It's enough to notice. It's like this. You got a movie called Chinatown, right? And everybody in the movie is like an Indian national, right? The movie's called Chinatown, and it's supposed to take place in Chinatown, say Los Angeles. And most of the people you see are South Asian or of Indian, or like played by Indian actors, right? And someone says, can't you just be happy that there are Asians in the movie? Can't you just be happy? I mean, there's Asian representation in the movie. Can't you just be like happy about that? It's like, well, what's weird is you called the movie Chinatown and you cast people who are South Asian. It would be that noticeable to you, I suppose, if you were actually, from that area. I don't understand what Zoe Saldana is doing. Isn't she our go-to Dominican? I know, right? Why did they just give Zoe Saldana a role? There was one girl who looked Dominican in the main cast of In the Heights, where I was like, oh, she looked Dominican. She looked Dominicana. And I'm like, but the rest of the cast was, I'd say, white friendly faces. It's such a strong thing. I'm telling you, people don't really feel the colorism that goes on because they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that are just like, I watch people spin out, like, I suppose, people who are not people of color, they'll spin out. They just don't know what to do with themselves in situations when it comes to this. They want to help, but they don't know how to help. And they don't know that when they are trying to help, they're not helping. That's the thing. I don't know what to do, but it's not my job to teach you necessarily. It's not my job to teach you the history of this country or of colorism. It's not my job. So stop trying to call me. People call me up. I'm here to listen. We talk about this a lot on this channel. Aristotle Full Throttle, we talk about social issues, and you know, I'm a person of color. I can't help it. This is my life experience. I'd like to share it with the world. I don't think there are enough voices. Maybe there are enough voices, but we need more voices of people of color on the internet, because the internet is heavily guarded by trolls, by a lot of racist trolls too. So let's it's a free market. It's an open playing, free level playing field. Let's get out there on the field and start making some moves. You know what I'm saying? Fun but incredibly short story. I took out an out-of-state film friend for a trip around the Warner Brothers lot. And he did happen upon the In the Heights shoot. Got to meet Corey Hawkins. Oh, that's cool. My friends shortly thereafter moved here. It was a movie magic moment for sure. That's amazing. You know, it's really cool when you get to get touched. When you're touched, show me on your spirit where Hollywood touched you. That's what we find out. It does really. There is some magic that goes on here. Every time I'm working on a movie set, I'm always like, I don't want to be anywhere else in the world right now. We're making believe. We're making up a story right now, and it's fun. We're creating. We're inventing. Or Amara La Negra. They could have called her if they needed someone to sing and who could sing and dance. I know. Maybe Zoe Saldana can't sing or dance, but she can be Dominicana. Doing your own research is not making me give you all the answers. Exactly. That's the thing. It's like there are people who are like, please. There are people who are essentially like, can you please absolve me of America's original sin? This is the critical race theory that we were trying to talk about the other day, or like we actually achieved talking about. So many people are saying how, you know, people who haven't grown up black or brown in this country, they're very much like, can you just tell me that I'm okay? Can you just absolve me? Because I feel guilty about all this stuff, but I don't want to feel that uncomfortableness inside me as a white person, as a non-person of color. You know, this is what I hear people say so much in so many words, but not with actual words. They'll say, this is white folks in general. You know, these are encounters I've had with individual white folks. I can't generalize an entire group of people, just like I would not want to be generalized in an entire group of people. I would say that I say this and I say it again. I think I speak for all people of color when I say I don't speak for all people of color. So when there are individual white folks who are like, can you just please help me feel better about this? Because I feel bad. I genuinely want to help. I'm just sort of realizing how bad it is, sort of, even though I won't ever really know how bad it is. Can you just tell me I'm one of the good ones? It's kind of an interesting. I mean, I was talking about this in therapy this morning, so it's probably why it's carried over. Because my therapist she's a person of color, and it's important. Like, and it's important to me to have a therapist who is LGBT person of color, because you know, it's just. She has a unique experience. I am an ally, but I'm also a person of color. So it's like, it's just important to have a unique perspective to share with my therapist. But she was saying, you know, don't you have a group of people? So is there a group where you could talk to and talk about this with who are able to hear it? And I'm like, yeah, this show right here. Y'all, everyone here. What did Ed say? I missed your hello yesterday, Cosmo. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Well, if you missed Cosmo's hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Cosmo!
Hello.
Cosmo! 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 I'm Cosmo!
What do you say, Cosmo?
Hello.
I'm Cosmo!
My favorite part about that is when Mickey's mustache goes in front of his arm. That was hard to do. I've animated every frame of that mustache. Every frame of it. My favorite part might be when the hearts are flying out of Mickey's butt. Yes, there you go. Yeah, so it's important to me to have a diverse crowd in which I can talk to and converse and share these thoughts. But yeah, Jelly Bean, that is the exact sentiment. People are like, do you hate me because I'm white? I had a friend. I had a falling out with a friend last year because of that and she basically kept saying that over and over again. She kept saying, you hate me because I'm white. And I was like, I think we're confusing the issue. I hate that there's a system that is structurally racist. And she kept turning that into, you hate me because I'm like, you keep repeating this. You are gaslighting me because I've never said this, nor have I thought it. For you to continue to tell me I thought that, that's called gaslighting. So I don't know how to continue with this conversation unless you listen to what I say and I listen to what you say, and we make sure that we remember who said what. Because you're saying I hate you because you're white, and I've never said that because I don't think that. I think that there's a system that is terrible because it is just historically racist, and that is the system that I would like to be a little bit more. I would like it for ultimately and idealistically for it to be equitable. We got to talk about the video encoding. Yeah, we got to talk about some video encoding. I think that might be your issue. I switched the encoding frame rate down. Yeah, maybe that might be it. I could make those smaller files. There's so many things here that I should probably. I think I've been loading up my OBS with way too many files again. So now there's like, it's weighted down again, and I have to like find these little things and turn them off constantly. Like maybe this one. No. I should turn off this one. That's too much. Yeah, I am turning off a lot of sources. It actually makes my CPU usage go down. Just want to say that I'm loving the vibes here. I think you followed me on Twitter a few days ago, but I haven't checked out your streams till today. Well, thank you for checking it out, Jelly Bean. You are welcome to be here. We love you. We love you on face value. Thank you for being here.
That is so fetch.
You got a lot of that from your yoga students because I am one of the 3 brown yoga instructors. You got a lot. So Edge, so did you feel that there were people that were like, you hate me because I'm white? Do you feel like that? Sometimes it feels like that people are trying to. This is what it feels like. They're trying to get the discomfort off of them onto you. They're like, "Oh, this doesn't feel good. I don't like this. You take it." They're like, suddenly this was thrust upon me. This knowledge, this awareness of society and the injustices that go on in a society, in our society. Suddenly I'm aware of it. It makes me so uncomfortable. I need someone else to handle this for me. And that's, I feel like, for a lot of people, that's what happens. That's what goes on. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
That is so fetch.
Listen, here on Aristotle Full Throttle, we gonna try to make fetch happen. This is a goal. We set out here on Aristotle Full Throttle. We started doing daily streams a year ago during the pandemic, a little over a year ago. Daily streams 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, noon Pacific Standard Time, where you pull up your chair, you have a coffee, we talk about things like this. We talk about whatever's in the air tonight, as Phil Collins would say. So we welcome you, Jellybean and Cosmo and Ange, and I am Steel Condor. This is the fun time we have. And also tonight, remember to tune in and watch us play some D&D. Cosmo McBuds is hosting. Wait, Cosmo, is it your channel tonight? Whose channel is it tonight? So please follow all the folks you see here on Twitch. And if you're on YouTube, remember to like the video. And hey, Twitch, I'm not streaming this on any other platforms but Twitch.
Game over, man. It's game over.
All right, so follow Cosmo, turn on those alerts, and remember to watch us play the final round of D&D tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Oh, hello, Jen the Fierce. It's none other than Jen the Fierce, who happens to be fierce.
Jen. Jen. Jen.
Jen. And of course, Jen's counterpart.
Thundercats!
In case I have to kill you, I just wanted to say thanks. You made some pretty stupid choices since you've been in charge, but you're always trying to do the right thing. Yeah.
Looks like we've got a redemption of 5,000 channel points from I Am Steel Condor to play Jen's intro again, so we gonna do that.
Jen. 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 Jen.
And one more time.
Jen. 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 Jen.
Jen. Well, thank you for the channel points. That's fun. Remember, you could earn some channel points and redeem them for things like that. Yeah, what a good time we're having. Guess what we're gonna do now? We're gonna watch the trailer for Once Upon a Time in Newark. What's it called? What's the name of the movie? It's called the song does the Carlton dance. You know what? We should have a little a GIF for the Carlton dance. It's so much fun, Jellybean. We have a good time. Everybody here is loving and fun, and there's no toxicity. You know what I mean? We try to get to the bottom. If people try to, so much of the internet, like I was saying before, it's just filled with trolls and gatekeeper trolls who are just like, yeah, I don't like you. You still, man. A lot of this, yeah. A lot of, meh. You know? So I think here we like to have fun. We prefer fun and good vibes and a good time. None of that you suck stuff. If there are people who come in here, it's funny because we'll have a troll from time to time, and then I'll try to talk to them. I'll try to make a connection. I'll try to make a breakthrough with these people. But you know, trolls gonna be trolling, and I'll be like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
All right, Jellybean got a gift sub. Thank you, I Am Steel Condor. You are the greatest. Remember to follow I Am Steel Condor because he is entertaining as all get out.
Ricky!
Hold on, Ricky. What are you talking about?
That's Ricky. He just said this to you.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Level up, level up, level up.
That's amazing. Good job. Congratulations for your gift sub. That's awesome. Everybody having a good time. All right, let's watch the trailer for let's see if the stream stays steady. We might have to talk about some encoding issues. The Many Saints of Newark. Let me just pause this. The Many Saints of Newark. Hang on. I gotta get the audio. Gotta get that audio. I gotta hear those lyrics. Let's watch this trailer. Now, remember, this is a prequel to The Sopranos. Jellybean being from New York, and anybody who's been visited New York, Newark, New Jersey also. Newark. If you say it fast enough, people think that you're saying New York. Also, when I try to get plane tickets back to New York, they sometimes want to route me through Newark, and I'm like, nah. No. I'm not going to New Jersey. They go, do you want to go to JFK in New York? Do you want to go to LaGuardia in New York? Or do you want to go to Newark, New Jersey when you land? And I'm like, what do you think? What do I look like to you? You know what I mean? I think that... Exactly. See, Jelly Bean and I speak the same language. We're from the same part of the world. We're like this. Let me ask you a question. Do I look like an idiot? Whenever someone from New York says, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Sometimes you don't want to answer that question. Let me ask you a question. Do I look stupid to you? Well, let me ask you a question. You think I'm some kind of moron? I am going to leave this conversation. I choose not to answer. I will go by the 5th. Let's watch this trailer. Ooh, Newark, New Jersey.
When I was a kid, guys like me were brought up
That's
to
his
follow
real son, I
codes.
think.
Hey, Trickle. What'd you say? What?
Oh yeah, he's a psychopath. He's gonna kill you for that.
Antonio Soprano.
I wonder if I can talk to you alone for a moment.
Antonio, he's gonna
Mrs.
sleep with the
Soprano.
fishes, Cosmo said. East River.
On the basis of the Sanford Binet, he's high IQ.
You
Oh,
can't
she's gonna
prove
be
it by me. He's got a D
like
plus
Dr.
average.
Dunphy.
Well, he doesn't apply himself, but he is
We're getting
smart.
some New York vibes, that
The
Northeast
results
vibes right
tell
now.
us. He's a leader.
She's good. She's a good actress. David Chase.
Ankle
That's how you
Vic.
know it's good.
Growing up with
Satriella's.
the family
There we go.
takes a toll.
All right, I've already got my ticket.
You're my nephew.
Oh, this song reminds me of a beat song.
I want to do whatever I can to help you.
Oh, it's too loud.
My gift to you.
Yeah.
I want to go to college. I can't get caught with shit like this.
Look, you take the speakers, right? At the same time,
Is that his real kid?
This is the last time I'm ever gonna steal something. It's that simple.
I gotta tell you about the time I did organized crime.
Let me go talk to him.
He only listens to Dickie.
Oh, that's the dad.
Gotta do something about Dickie Malasani.
Maybe some of the things you do
Oh, God. What's his name? We got,
aren't God's favorite.
You lead by example.
You saw who that was, right?
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. We'll make the right decision. This kid's got what it takes.
There's gonna be sex. There's gonna be killing. What else
As
you
your
need?
nephew goes,
Friday night. Oh, yeah, this is what I'm looking for.
I'm listening.
stay out of his life.
Oh, yeah, you got the OG. You got the OG. Yeah. All right, I got chills just now. Ray Liotta. You gotta love Ray Liotta because he's the OG. He's the Henry Hill from Goodfellas. You guys remember Goodfellas? Probably the best gangster movie ever. You know, they say The Godfather, but listen, Goodfellas, hard to beat. I don't even think it got nominated. It didn't get Best Picture that year, which is ridiculous. How did Goodfellas not get Best Picture? I watched that movie whenever it's on. There's a scene in that movie that takes place under the trestle in Carroll Gardens on the corner of, I forget the corner, but that very corner was where my band used to practice in Brooklyn. We used to practice in that brick building right across the street in Studio 20, which was Two Snakes. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good to me. I think I might want to watch it again, break it down a little bit here. Let's watch it one more time again. So now you got this.
When I was a kid, guys like me were brought up.
You got the voiceover from none other than James Gandolfini, R.I.P.
To follow codes.
Hey.
Is that his real son? I forget because I heard that his real son was going to be playing him when he was younger.
What'd you say?
He's got the essence. He had, like, I felt Tony Soprano there. I felt it. This looks good.
Antonio.
I highly recommend, I might drop this in the Discord, Jellybean, because you are a subscriber, you get access to the Discord. Let me drop the access to the Discord to you here. The Discord server is where we all just kind of hang out and chat about stuff. We will chat about movie trailers and whatnot. Here we go. Just click on that link and then follow it, and then you can join the Discord. So I'm watching this going,
I wonder if I can
this feels like a school
alone for a moment.
in the Northeast where the hallways are indoors. I live in Los Angeles, and all of the high schools, not all of them, but a lot of them, the lockers, pardon me, the lockers and the in-between classrooms is outdoors. Like, you go in between buildings to go to class, and your lockers are lining the outdoors. It's because it's California. It's never snowing.
Mrs. Soprano.
It's LA, I mean,
the basis-
not California. Here's another thing. Whenever I go back to Long Island, people say, "Hey, how's California?" And then I'll say, I live in Los Angeles, California. I'll think this. I won't say it because I'm not a jerk. But I will think, while California is the most populous and third largest state, I can't really tell you how the whole state is. I live in Los Angeles.
With the Sanford Binet, he's high IQ.
You can't prove it.
Sanford Binet, that was a test. I remember that test.
By me, he's got a D+ average.
They gave her a look so that she looks more like his mom's, the actress who played his mom.
I wonder if I can talk to you alone for a moment, Mrs.
Yeah, California is 2/3 of the coast. I'm like, it takes me 11 hours to get to Oregon if I drive straight, or some ridiculous, maybe 8 to 10 hours, depending on how fast you drive, to get to Oregon from here. Probably like 10. So I'm like, the whole California is lots of different terrain. Once you get up there, it's redwood trees and stuff. It's crazy. That's how I used to know when we'd go on tour from Los Angeles. We'd go up the coast or up the 5 or something. And you would see the terrain change, and you would see the trees change over the course of the next 10 hours or so. So yeah, it's funny when people are like, how's California? It's a big state. Big. I live in Los Angeles.
On the basis of the Sanford Binet, he's high IQ.
You can't prove it. By me, he's got a D+ average.
They gave her a prosthetic
He
nose.
doesn't apply himself, but he is smart. The results tell us. He's a leader.
He's a leader. We could tell this from his results in school, and one day maybe he'll be a mob boss. Do you guys have theories on what happened to... I believe we did discuss this on... I discussed this with my brothers and my friend a couple weeks ago. What happened in the last episode of The Sopranos? Do you guys remember? I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, so maybe we'll talk about that with spoiler. We'll talk about that in the Discord and mark it as a spoiler. All right, Steel Condor, let's talk about... Maybe I should start a whole channel called Theories. Theories. Instead of what you watch, I'm going to rechange that to theories. How about that? Edit channel. What's your theory? What is your theory? Well, that's what it's going to be right now. So there's a channel called What is Your Theory? Or maybe just theories. And then on that channel, we can discuss theories. Anticlimactic happen. Well, you know, Ange, it might have been climactic. I actually liked the ending. I don't want to spoil it for people who hadn't seen it, but I, in fact, didn't realize. It was like the other day when we were watching Loki, and I thought that somebody had skipped ahead in the watch party. By the way, tomorrow is Wednesday. We are going to have a Loki watch party. We watch the newest episodes of Loki at noon Pacific Standard Time here on Aristotle Full Throttle. I share the link and we all watch along and talk about it right thereafter. It's a good time. I remember watching last week's Loki and something happened, Ange, and I was like, wait, who skipped ahead? And then I rewound it. And Ricky was like, no. Ricky was like,
hold on, Ricky. What are you talking about?
Ricky?
And I was like, oh, that was actually part of the show. So the Sopranos finale to me, I was like, oh, that's part of the show. I realized that we had to rewind it like 3 times going, wait, what happened? Satrielli's Meat Market.
Growing up.
There we go. We get some... This looks cool. It's been a minute since we got a good sort of mafioso type of property. Ooh.
Takes a toll.
You know, the good old organized crime, the Italian organized crime. This music is so fitting. It's great. Is it another song by the same artist?
I want to do whatever
Is there several?
I can to help you.
I dig this kid. This kid seems right.
I want to go to college. I can't get called for shit like this.
Look, you take the speakers, right? At the same time, you say to yourself, this is the last time I'm ever going to steal something.
I got to tell you about the time I did some organized crime.
It's that simple.
I feel like the statute of limitations is up for me to tell you.
Let me go talk to him.
He only listens to Dickie.
Gotta do something about Dickie Malasani.
Now, Ricky, if you got a theory about the Sopranos finale, remember to put that, go to theories under movies and TV and share it. But remember, if it's a spoiler, mark it as a spoiler.
Maybe some of the things you do.
Oh, that looks good. You know it's a good movie when someone's got to throw the table over or knock everything off the table. I want to do that one day. I really want to do that power move. I want to be so angry that I flip a table.
Aren't God's favorite.
How cool would that be? I mean, everybody will remember it. Like, and then he flipped the table. But I want it to be over something like small. These cupcakes don't have the right frosting. Mr. Softy. I like that there's always a bigger fish, according to Qui-Gon.
You lead by example. We'll make the right decision. This kid's got...
That's Leslie Odom Jr. Am I not seeing? My eyes not.
Wait for it.
That Leslie Odom Jr. Ooh.
As far as your nephew goes.
Oh, hey. Ooh. It's got a lot of sounds. It's got a lot of these in it.
I'm listening.
Stay out of his life.
Oh. Get the old G. Henry Hill. I like that. I like that he was the young... For as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. Yeah, the music come back in. I got the chills. Yeah, Leslie Odom Jr. All right, I'm excited to see that. That looks good. It's going to be in theaters and on HBO Max. I might just have to watch it on HBO Max for old time's sake because of the fact that it was an HBO show. Nope, I got to get rid of it. Hold on a second. Remove. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of that trailer? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it a lot. I think that it looks like it's going to be good because also it looks like they could sort of do a soft reboot on the universe and make like 3 movies out of it. I wonder if they could go back. Interesting. Yeah, they're doing all the releases on HBO. All the Warner Brothers releases are being released on HBO at the same time this year. I think In the Heights is the last day you can watch it. Was yesterday or today. It's going to get work out this year. Yeah, and I'd like to say that HBO Max is actually pretty cool with some of the content that they have, but it's harder to navigate than all of the other streaming services, in my opinion. I think Netflix got it right. With Netflix, you could just sit there and you just press play on a series and then it'll show you the next series. Or there'll be a drop-down menu where you can go back a couple episodes or go forward a couple episodes if you skipped an episode. For some reason, HBO Max doesn't have it down. I've got to like go into the search bar and search the series and everything's out of order. I don't know. HBO Max, if you're listening, go HBO Max. I got a suggestion for you. Check out Netflix and see what they're doing and just do the same thing because it's easier. Netflix has got it down. Netflix kind of knows what you're going to watch anyway. And sometimes Netflix even has an option of just play something. I don't have much experience with Hulu. I have the most basic subscription to Hulu, which is so basic, in fact, that anything I want to watch on Hulu, I have to pay for. And that was like Amazon Prime for a minute, or Prime Video. For a minute there, I was like, everything I want to watch, I have to pay for, even though I have Prime Video. So now I just set it to movies I can watch. Yeah, Netflix is OG. I like Netflix the best. It's really still the smartest proof of concept of streaming, and it's been the OG. And do people still get Blu-ray delivered to them through Netflix? Do people still do the mail-in service? I don't even know. I feel like you could patch into 4K. Can't you upgrade to 4K or something with Netflix? Which I might have to once I get this new TV that I keep talking about. I can't wait to get this new TV. I guess I will have to wait. We'll see. I'm waiting for Independence Day sales now. I was like, Memorial Day sales. Then I was like, Independence Day sales. Yeah, I'd like to upgrade to the 4K once I get a 4K TV. Looks like Ange, what do you like to watch on HBO Max? Right now I'm watching Mayor of Easttown or something, which is pretty interesting. It's a murder mystery. She's a cop. Of course, Kate Winslet being Kate Winslet is amazing. She's an amazing actor. She's got so many little details to her character down that I'm like impressed at how good she is. I'm also... I want to finish talking about the Sopranos movie. Mayor of something. That's the best one. The Sopranos movie looks good. Now let me get out of these messages. I gotta close some of these programs. Got too many programs open. My computer can't handle it. It's too difficult. Newark. What was it? Once Upon a Time in Newark? I keep wanting to call it that. The Many Saints of Newark. It's going to be the first in like a trilogy of prequels, of Sopranos prequels, because there's just so much story you could tell with those Sopranos. And I like that David Chase co-wrote the movie. It's got Ray Liotta. Michael Gandolfini. That kid, this got to be his first movie, right? Michael Gandolfini. It's great that he gets to play. That's kind of crazy, right? How many times that happened in movies? Yeah, Michael Gandolfini is playing a young Tony Soprano. So if you're going to get as close to James Gandolfini as you can, there you go. I always liked James Gandolfini. He was a good actor. He was... I liked him since he was in True Romance, when he got the knife in the foot. You haven't watched anything new on HBO recently, but I love Insecure. Insecure I hear is good. I've been watching Cold Case reruns. Oh, you know what? I want to watch The Wire. I know The Wire is supposed to be like the greatest TV show ever, apparently, according to people. It's got people like Lance Reddick, who, by the way, you might not know this. I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon, but Lance Reddick, you guys know Lance Reddick, right? If you don't know who Lance Reddick is, he's this guy. This dude is like intense AF. He's in all the John Wick movies. He's super intense. At least he's intense in TV shows and movies. Yeah, here we go. Here's a good example of Lance Reddick. The Wire also has Idris Elba, who is also good. But look at this guy. This is Lance Reddick, right? Look, he's intense. He's like, don't mess with this guy. He will take you down. I worked with this guy. He's in Destiny. Oh, okay. I worked with him, right? You would not believe how much of a teddy bear that guy is. That guy is the nicest, sweetest, most bubbly guy. I'm not even joking. Every single show that guy is in, he's like this. I am going to take you down. So he's the most intense guy, right? He's intense AF, right? But check this out. I worked with that dude, and he is so giggly, and he's like, ooh, he's like bubbly. Like, here's an example. Here's a picture that might even change your whole idea of who this guy is. But he's a good actor. That's the thing. That's how acting works. You change your personality. For instance, look, he's like the most friendly, happy dude ever. And every single role he's ever played, he's like some like mystic, or he's some like intense guy who knows more than you, and he's gonna crush. But like, nicest dude ever. Like, genuinely bubbly. Just like giggling and laughing, and then, okay. I will serve your head on a platter. How was that, director? It's kind of amazing. I love acting and actors because it's so funny how different they can be in person. Another person who was so different in real life, Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston. Hey guys, this might surprise you. Actors be acting. Oh, I'm such a dope. The point is, I met Bryan Cranston. I worked with him for a day, and he is also a really dad joke kind of hangout. The best way to describe Bryan Cranston is that he is like a jazz musician. He wears like a little hat. He feels, when he enters the room, you're like, oh, this guy plays the saxophone or something. Or he plays the trumpet. He's like some OG jazz musician. It's because these people who I've just showed, Lance Reddick and Bryan Cranston, these are artists. James Gandolfini was nothing like Tony Soprano. They're artists, they're actors. They can change entirely. And it's fun to watch people who are really good at it do those kinds of things. Bryan Cranston, he's so intense on Breaking Bad. He's so intense on TV. Very warm, easygoing, sort of like, yeah, man, cool. Yeah, cool in the gang. All right. You're just like, wait a minute. Is this Bryan Cranston or is this Bebop Jones? Who is this?
Oh, hell no. What's up, dog?
Well, guys, it's been a day. It's been a wonderful day. It's always a wonderful day when I'm hanging out here with you guys, talking about movies and TV shows and how inferior HBO Max's interface is. That is one of the things that we enjoy talking about here on Aristotle Full Throttle. Also, social injustices. Why people gotta be, why people gotta be tripping? That's what we ask ourselves every day. And we say, hey, how do I not trip? How can I not trip so much? What is it that I can do to not trip? Maybe listen to someone else and understand their point of view. That's really all you have to do. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to do their point of view. You don't have to live by their ways of life, but you could just say, hey, you're different, I'm different, but, it's kind of a platitude. It's kind of a cliche to be like, we're different, but the same. But it's true. We're different, but want the same thing, I would say. We're all different, but we want the same thing. We all want harmony, I think. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Just ask the Joker. But there's some people who want peace, love, and harmony.
Snakes!
Some people want...
Enough is enough! I have had it with these monkey fight
HBO's gonna revoke my account. Well, if they do, I'm gonna let everybody have my password, Ange. Everybody, my password to HBO is monkey fighting snakes on a Monday to Friday plane. That's bad.
Flawless victory.
Well, I think we did it again. We did it again, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, the quarterback is toast.
I think it's time to say goodbye.
Game over, man. It's game over.
You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps?
I'll tell you, it's always good to see you guys here every day. Tomorrow we're gonna watch Loki. Tomorrow night we're gonna play some Fork Knife. And tonight on Cosmo McBud's channel, follow Cosmo McBud's, where you can join us, me, Pesto, Jenna Fierce, Killer Kitty, and Cosmo McBud's himself, all gonna be playing the last round of D&D for this campaign. Lion Kitty will be at the controls. We will all be having all of the fun.
Another one.
We did it. We did it. Well, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, your bro with the fro. Sometimes that we're in the know. And I'll see you tomorrow. Come back, and congratulations on your new subscription. Or follow me if you do so desire. Good night, everybody, or good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day.